Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of great men, soon that surely do well. Salutation to the Akiam that pushing us with ordained sincerity and truth. These are two brothers from GMS Trinidad, right, Brother Lamad,
Brother Awad.
right, coming to do another video to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right, hoping that it edifying to the hopeful elect, because in this truth and it says we come in the truth, learn breakdowns from the elders, right? And being men in truth, learning what is the UFOs, which society calls the unidentified flying objects, we call IFOs, and you're always fascinated with him looking up,
Right.
and not supposed to stop us from looking up, because what is up there, most people out here in the society say the sky is the limit, right? But we don't look up to the sky to achieve any worldly benefits or stuff. We look up to the sky for the hope of salvation, of the return of our King Yahushua Mashiach, and we're not supposed to, walk in the way that could stop us from looking up towards the heavens, And I'll bring all this precept first, Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. As it reads, it says, "Hear ye the word which Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai speak unto you, house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, learn not the way of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Alright, so we're not supposed to be dismayed at the signs of heaven, because we're supposed to hope that the Lord returns with salvation in his arms, and he's not supposed to be learning the things that the heathens, like their customs, their vain things are going into adultery and that kind of things, like some brothers, they will leave the truth. As yesterday I was wondering, was thinking on a particular brother, I was like, hey, I wonder if he does still look up, you're not supposed to be ashamed of looking up, I don't think. Right? Glory friends. Psalms here.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 and verses 1. It says, I will lift up my eyes upon the hill, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth.
Yes, so our help coming from the Most High that made heaven and earth. We're not supposed to look towards man for our salvation. Vain is the help of man. So our eyes supposed to be privily towards the heavens. This is Isaiah 66.
And what?
Come on. Go ahead.
Are you ready? Yeah.
Alright, this is Isaiah 66 and verse 1. It says, thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that he built unto me, and where is the place of my rest? Right? So the Most High is saying heaven is his throne. Right? So the Most High will not send help from above, which is Yahushua HaMashiach, his only begotten Son. And we're supposed to, as Brother Makazados always say, look towards the Most High in confidence. Having that hope that he will not deliver us from out of the times to come. You think this up? So did he look for me? Luke 21.
Okay. This is the book of Luke chapter 21.
Start about 2 verses up when he was talking about like the tribulation.
Yeah. Verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun. Luke 21 and verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, the distress of nations and perplexities.
So like it said they're going to be signs. So this is all the Most High showing you, hey, his return is about, Also pursuing back into Joel chapter 2 verse 28, going on down, that he will not show signs in the sun and the moon. Moon going to turn to what? Blood red. which we have seen the tetrad. We see many times that the moon actually turn into a blood red and turn pink, right? We see solar eclipse, things that we have never saw. We saw the chariots would look like stars moving, which we know a star don't move. We don't. It says what? Perplexity.
It says with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Yeah, because why? The heathens who have records of our history past, they know that the Lord is returning. A lot of Christians, a lot of Edomites, they see these signs and they know. That is why the scripture in Jeremiah said, don't be dismayed. But we're supposed to see these things and rejoice. Like the brother from I don't know what camp it was, but he did a video concerning the fire in the Amazon in Brazil, and he said, hey, when men like us see these things, we rejoice. Because why? We know our salvation. We don't, in this society, we fucked. We live in hand to mouth daily. Catching the ass with women with children. No righteousness, no judgment. So no true judgment. So really and truly, you don't have a peace of mind. When they hear women open the mouth is only folly. Men song effeminate. No knowledge. All these kind of things. So you actually can't wait to come out. To enter into the Most High Rest.
You're looking forward to that place where we're accepted. That place where you're accepted. It says men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the power of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
So yeah, they know Yahushua coming back and the powers of heaven be shaken, talking about the so-called white man rulership. Them going and be shaken when they see these things, because why? The Lord coming to take them out of their heaven, out of their rulership, right? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the elites in this society, all right? Even people here in the Caribbean, ministers, prime ministers, they know the prophecies. They know that we are the prophets of the Lord, right? And they just like the scribes and Pharisees, Yahushua coming to take them back out of the policy. A lot of Hebrew Israelites out there, pastors, some of them do know that they are Israelites, but they don't speak the truth, like Creflo, all of these men. Mosai coming to take them out of the policy. Caesar ain't going and take them out. Yahushua will. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory. And when these things being
right,
to
the
come,
clouds is the chariots,
That's right.
So-called UFOs, because it will not cover the earth like a cloud. Because when they come in, you're going to see that shadow the same way, like when a cloud block out the sun, you see the shadow going to block out the sun, right? And it's going to overshadow the whole earth. The ancient prophets would not call it the UFO, or whatever the case is. They would have called it a chariot, right? They would have called it a cloud, or a whirlwind, or a star,
Right? And it says, it says verse 20, it says, and when these things being come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Yeah, look up. Lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So don't ever look down. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 10. It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
The Gentiles there is the falling away, the 12 tribes that was scattered abroad, that were in a Gentile state of mind. Hebrew Israelite foreigners. But
it says, verse 11 says, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh Shem Yahshai shall set his hands again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Patros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the isles of the sea.
And from all the places that they were scattered, right? Jeremiah 51, 17, it says that Israel is a scattered sheep, you know? Good.
This is Isaiah 66, and starting from verse 14, it says, "And when ye see this, your hearts shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hands of Yahweh shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation towards his enemies."
Because right, the Most High coming to take us back from the people that abused us. Or abusers, you know. Redemption means to buy back. The Most High has sold us into the hand of our enemies, that we will be chastised, you know, that we will turn back unto him, you know, in sincerity and truth, and acknowledge our ways that, you know, basically we were wrong, we are going off, and he's righteous in all his ways, you know. So look up, don't look down. You ain't looking, they say like when somebody drop $100 bill on the ground. Don't get distracted by that. Look up. You know, the scripture says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else shall be added unto thee." So look up. What the fuck you're looking down for? You know? This is Isaiah 31 verse 5. It says, "As birds flying, so will Yahweh Shem Yahushua force defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it." So the Lord ain't coming in tankers. The Lord ain't coming in no blasted ship. Where's the ship that us look for? Where's the name of the song? You did ask me to play the type here.
Black Star Liner.
Yeah, the Black Star Liner. No Black Star Liner ain't coming. You know, fuck that.
Yeah, like the Rastas and them that look forward to that. I think,
Yeah. We want to see a chariot of Israel, a so-called UFOs. You know? We're coming with salvation, which is the beam to beam me up, and with laser beams to destroy the enemies at the same time. That is what we're looking for.
peace and faith, yeah.
Good.
This is the book of Psalms 107, verse starting from top. It says, "Oh, give thanks unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Let the redeemed of Yahweh say so, whom he had redeemed from the hands of the enemy, and gathered them out of the land, so that from the east and from the west, from the north and from the south, they wandered in the wilderness in solitary way. They found no city to dwell in. Hungry and thirsty, their soul fainted in them. Then they cried unto Yahweh in trouble, and he delivered them out on their distress."
Yeah, so that is when that book of remembrance open, you know, and we cry out unto the Most High, right? Scripture say in 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, "If my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray," right? Which it goes back to Numbers chapter 6 verse 27. It says, "Thou shalt put my name on the children of Israel," you know. So the Negroes, Latinos, and natives are the children of Israel who going to humble themselves and call on the name of the Most High, who going to get healed.
Yeah, and if die when the elect see, like when the Lord coming to, you know, deliver the nation of Israel. You know, when the elect see the 144. When the 144 see, you know, because the scripture says, "We will now quote, if my people who are called by my name, will humble themselves," right? And we die what we're doing here, we humble themselves, right? Going out there and waking up the elect, right? And letting them not turn back to the Lord. So when them hear that, and the Lord see we start to follow back in his commandments, hey, hastily and speedily, Lord, when these prophecies going to happen, rapid, quick, fast. Because the scripture see the Lord when speed up the time for the elect's sake. Right? Because the elect fed up here.
Put a mark on the men that silent cried. Right? The men who fed up our wickedness, the scripture says, "Blessed be those that basically weep for righteousness' sake." You know, in 2 Ezra 16, I'll start off with 17. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." Right? So that talking about Esau, Edom. You know, they don't care about the men that fear the Lord, because they don't fear the Lord. You understand? So they go in and abuse the men of the Lord, right? Second Ezra 15. I'll just jump over a second. It says, Second Ezra 15 verse 52. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, said the Lord, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalted the stroke of thine hands, and seen over their dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy water shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense. So this talking about going back to Amos 1:11, where it says, for 3 transgressions I eat a man, for 4 I will not turn against the punishment thereof, right? Because they pursue his brother with a sword, you know. So like when they took down Jerusalem in 70 AD, you know, and brought us also over here in the western coast, from the western coast of Africa here into the Americas, in 1619, they say, hey, is this Jerusalem? This is the perfection of beauty, you know. Going back into 2nd Ezra 16 to 71, Salakia 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Right? That is when they will answer some of us in FEMA camps. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right? So that will be the elect of the house of Israel. Right? So that is the day when you're going to know who's the chosen. Because why? Who will not come up against who? The so-called white man will not come up against the Negroes, Latinos, and natives, and you have it in Project Megiddo Rex 84, you know, and different plans that he have. They show it in Purge, the first Purge, which was the last one, showing how the first Purge came about, right? So we as a people, we robbed and spoiled. We poor, we can't rise up and sit going and take down the so-called white man and praying in FEMA camps and these kind of things. The Rothschilds, the Pentagons, these are the people who are responsible for that. You know, we saw Edom, mainly Amalek, the Jewish. You know? Anything there?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
In righteousness, Revelation 1:7. If you get out of question.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eyes shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him.
Yeah, coming with clouds, you know, in the sky. Coming from in the sky. Hey, this is Isaiah 64 and verse 1, right? Because the Lord coming from the sky to come and judge these heathens. You know? I said, oh, hey, don't stop looking up at all, because why? If you stop look up, then you lose faith.
Yeah.
And because, hey, you're letting your sins weigh you down. This is Isaiah 64 verse 1. It says, oh, that thou wouldest rend the heavens, that thou wouldest come down, that the mountains might flow down at thy presence. As when the melting fire burneth, the fire causes the waters to boil, to make thy name known to thine adversaries, that the nations may tremble at thy presence. You understand? So yeah, when the Lord comes down, he's going to be wrathful. Where the King Solomon, the King David say in Psalm 18, you know? You know? Don't ever stop looking towards the salvation. Look up. Don't let your sins weigh you down. You know? Read this word like Billy up. You know? Scripture say in Hebrews 10, it says, if any man draw back his soul, have no pleasure in him. You don't want to be that person.
I want you faithful.
Yeah, well.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, ye that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear Yahweh, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Psalms 18 and verse 5. It says, the sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon Yahweh Hashem Yeshai and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. So yeah, your prayers are traveled through the heavens.
Yeah.
Scripture say a humble man prayers pierce the clouds. You know? Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations also of the hills moved and was shaken because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured coals were kindled by it. He bowed down the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. You know? So yes, salvation coming from above.
Yep.
You know? Not like the GOCC say from the what they say? From the sea. You know if they believe in this Pacific Rim thing or the
I mean, if they're reading Enoch or Jaffa, whatever they're reading.
Yeah, applying that to doctrine.
That's the same thing, eh?
La.
Alright? Hey, and with that, we giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of great ministry and rule well. My peace and blessing to the brothers that pose this word in sincerity and in all truth. I hopefully this lesson was edifying to whoever listening now there. And I say shalom to the elect.
Shalom to you.